Alright, so in this tutorial, I'm gonna go over Arnold area lights. The whole point is to introduce you to the area lights of Arnold's, and I want to create a rim light, so I can blast the rim light behind here, get a nice silhouette from behind, and that'll play with the light bloom effect as well. So I'm in my perspective, okay, and my perspective is locked. Remember I locked it on purpose. So what do? Do I unlock it and then move around, and then I have to reposition it again and go through all that hassle? So what do? Well, what I'm gonna do is my perspective. Here's my perspective. It's grayed out. I'm gonna select it, and I'm gonna do Control D as in David. And I made an extra duplicate. Let me hide perspective 1 or delete that. So here's my perspective, okay? The copy I just made. Alright. And what I'm gonna do, what am I gonna do? Well, if I go, I can go to Panels, Perspective, right? Panels, Perspective, Perspective 2. And here's Perspective 2. It's the same one as the original. And this one's locked, right? It's locked as well. But if you notice, this Perspective 2, my compass is gone. Okay. I'm going to select my Perspective 1, the Perspective original. And right now it's still set to Perspective 2. Go to Panels, Perspective, Perspective. That's getting confusing. And here's my trusty compass that I need. Right? Panels, Perspective, Perspective. Versus Panels, Perspective, Perspective 2. And the compass is gone. It's a weird glitch. So what the hell is my point? Well, I need my compass to rotate around. But I also want to keep this composition shot. So what do? Well, from now on I'm going to render with Perspective 2. I'm going to go to my Arnold, open Arnold render view. Right. I'm going to have this set to Perspective 2. Good, it updated. Before it was set to here, right? And now it's set to Perspective 2 by default. Okay. So that was 3 minutes of nonsense. But I'm gonna go to Panels, Perspective, Perspective 1, Perspective. Get my compass. I'm gonna unlock it. Right, I unlocked it. I'm gonna zoom out, spacebar. And I'm gonna go to Arnold, lights, area light. Arnold, lights, area light. Press 4. Here is my area light. And again, like I said, I need my compass in its front. Right. I'm gonna press W. Right, area light. I'm gonna lift it up. Press 5. Alright. And so, alright, gauging by this, and looking here, press Q, get rid of the handles, it's annoying me, and here's our area light. It's very unassuming, kind of weird looking, and has this weird little line sticking out. What the hell is this, right? Well, this line indicates which way the light is gonna blast out from. It's gonna blast out this way. Okay, this is basically like your aim. It's the aim, you know, like which way the flashlight is aiming at. So what I'm gonna do, I have it selected. I'm gonna press R and I'm gonna stretch it. Reason why I'm stretching it is because I want and I'm pulling it, right? Because I want it to be large so that it covers the area of my teapot, right? And you see this pointer right there? I want it to be longer to make it more obvious for you guys. So you see this scale tool, I'm gonna yank on it. You see that? There it is. I'm gonna do Alt 5, get rid of those lines that are annoying me. I'm also gonna get rid of this grid because it's also annoying me. I'm gonna click on that. Nice and clean. Then I'm gonna press E as in Edward. Alright. Then I'm gonna press and hold J. I repeat, I'm going to press and hold J as in Jacob. Snap, 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 snap. Boom. So I'm gonna have a big old area light blast light through. And also, the size of the area light does play a role in the behavior of the area light and the quality of the area light. Contrary to what you probably think, the bigger the area light does not mean that the area light is going to get stronger. What it does mean is that means opposite, that the area light is going to be more fuzzy and the area light is going to be more softer. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna press W. I'm gonna pull it down onto here. I'm gonna pull it back. Press Q, as in Q as in what word starts with Q? I don't know. QWERTY? I don't know. Q. So it's aiming the right way. I repeat, be mindful of which way this aim is pointing. I had students where the damn thing was like this, you know, and I told them, hey, be mindful of this because you're just facing it backwards. It's having no effect on the scene. So be mindful which way the aim is at. Alright, put this back. And another thing, do not have the area light penetrating through the ground. Right? I repeat, do not have the area light penetrating through the ground because it will affect the ground in a bad way. Just trust me, just don't have it up and not touching. Now I'm gonna press Alt 5 just to make sure. See? That's not touching. Press R. Pull it back a bit. Okay. Good. Here's my compass. Right. And just comparing. And then let me put this over here. You know what? I'm gonna name this. I'm gonna double click. And I'm gonna name it Rim Light. Because that's what its purpose is. Then, under Attribute Editor, I'm just gonna close all this out. under the attribute right of it, if all this crap, all I want you to do is look at the exposure, set it to 10. Whatever you do not mess with the intensity. Next, I want you to set the samples to 2. Again, this has to do with the shadows. Set the samples to 2 and no higher than that. Then set the yeah, that's all for now. Now let's do a render. I'm gonna pause the video for a moment. Alright, so this is my render. See my rim light? Sweet. Rim light, sweet. Rim light, sweet. Rim light, like I mentioned. It's blasting that rim light. Boom. Alright, and this kick is because of the vignette. Not the vignette, but the light bloom. Remember my previous tutorial called My Secret Sauce for Fancy Renders? That's the actual name of the tutorial. Okay, and then when I open up my render settings, remember this and this, that allows you to give you this and this. So okay, before, after. This part here is blowing out too much though. I don't like that. And this needs to be fixed. Let's see what happens if I grab it and let's pull it back. Alright, so I pulled my area light, my Arnold area light back further in space, and this is what I got. So here's before, after, before, after. So some of the rim light, diminished because I pulled it back, and the area light corresponds with the distance. Okay, so it falls off quicker, right? Before, after. Actually, I like this. The only thing I don't like is this. This is horrendous. And then this one, see, now it's cutting off. It's like a little patch here, a little patch here, and a little patch here. But on the plus side, this here and this here got weaker. Whereas before, blown out and huge and chunky and messy and ugly. And after, more softer, receding. But then this one gets weaker. So can anything be done about this? Can I somehow cheat it so that this area light only illuminates the teapot but does not affect the plate, so I don't get this blown out hot spots, right? You know what I mean? Well, there is, and I think I'm gonna make that my next tutorial. My next tutorial, my next tutorial is gonna be about something called light linking. I repeat, light linking, where you could have special tricks where the light only affects certain objects that you want it to. It's basically like cheating with lights that you cannot do in real life. So that's what the next tutorial is going to be about. Okay, bye.